What's up guys, my name is Liam, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Teevolution, however you say it, Terra. This is a very close G703 shape, and in this video I'm going to be breaking down how my experience has been with it so far. So hopefully I'll be able to help you guys decide whether or not this could possibly be the perfect gaming mouse for you. So let's check it out. And before we get started today, I did want to let you know that this was sent out to me and this is just a sample. They're going to actually send me a finalized production copy. However, everything you're going to be hearing in this video is going to be my own words and my own opinions. Included inside the box, it does come with a USB-C to USB Type-A cable, some stickers. This appears to be a coupon card. If you fill this out, you get a discount off of your next purchase. Then it also does come with an extra set of skates and then some dot skates. These appear to be some type of white PTFE skates, and then some grips. And these grips, they feel pretty good. They do feel rubberized. If you are an early adapter of this mouse, they are sending out this Terra Genesis pack to some of the first users. This does come with an extra set of grips. These do appear to be the same grips, but this does have a design on it, and also does come with an extra set of these control style dot skates. Here's a close-up shot of the 8K wireless receiver that does come included. To show you just a really quick overview of it, it does have a rubberized bottom, USB-C connectivity on the back. Over on the right side here, it does have a button. So I'm going to show you really quickly what this display looks like. And this is actually a really awesome dongle. When you're not moving the mouse and it's just sitting at idle, it will switch to this screen where it displays the time. And when you are moving the mouse around, you can see this display here. And it does showcase things like the battery life up here in the top left-hand corner, the DPI, your polling rate, whether or not motion sinks are on or off. And this is honestly one of the coolest 8K wireless receivers that I've ever gotten for any mouse. So starting out over here on the bottom layout, real simple stuff. Over here on the right hand side is where you can power the mouse on, keep it in the middle to power it off, and down at the bottom here it does have a Bluetooth mode. Over here on the left hand side is where you can adjust the DPI. The skates that do come included on this, I actually really do like this skate design a lot while keeping the weight down. And the skates that do come included on this, I'm not sure if these are CorePad Air skates or not, but they do have that similar design, and it truly, these skates have been feeling fantastic. I've even been using this mouse a lot on control style pads. It's had a very smooth glide, so everything about the layout on the bottom of this has been working out really solid for me. As far as the shell integrity goes with this mouse, I have been really rough with it and trying really hard to just kind of stress test it, push all over it. So far I have not noticed anything on here that feels loose at all, so it has felt completely solid for me. Even just the build quality on this in general feels really good. If I had to squeeze my absolute hardest up here in the front, you can barely get any type of movement at all. Squeezing right here in the middle, I am not able to activate these side buttons. You can get just a slight bit of bending, but again, that's just I'm being very rough with it the entire time that I've been gripping this single-handedly and using it in game. I haven't been noticing any of that flex personally, so the build on this so far has held up very well. As far as the coating goes, the coating on this has felt really solid so far. As you can see, it is a bit of a fingerprint magnet, so if you do get the black colorway and that is something that bothers you, something to keep in mind, you will have to clean this up quite a bit. But yeah, everything that I've thrown at it, it's felt very grippy for me in game. For mouse 1 and 2, this is using those brand new FE optical switches. I do believe they're the exact same ones that are featured in the new Pulsar Crazy Light. And though I've already talked about them in the past, basically what I've said about these switches is they do feel pretty close to the Omron Opticals. They just feel a little bit more tactile. So by that, I mean they feel just a little bit more clicky. I would say slightly a little bit more heavy, but honestly not a whole big difference between both of them. I honestly am a huge fan of these optical switches and I'm really enjoying them a lot. So I don't have really a whole lot of things to say negatively or critique about them. And the click implementation on this mouse from front to back does feel very solid and impressive. It doesn't get a whole lot heavier in the back, and as a matter of fact, it's still really lightweight and very easily spammable. Clicking here from the middle where you would normally click, or where at least I normally click, you get just a very minimal amount of movement, so hardly any pre-travel, and even the post-travel on that feels pretty solid. It has a nice good bottom out. If you're to play more at the front, typical types of things, get just a little bit more play up here and it can make contact with the shell. But the left to right on both mouse 1 and both mouse 2 have been pretty much non-existent for me on this copy. For the scroll wheel, it does have a little bit of a lighter scroll there. There's still some tensioning feeling, but like I said, a little bit on the lighter end. You can feel the steps there. And then the center scroll click is actually pretty lightweight and pretty easily spammable. And then finally, when it comes to the side buttons, for those of you that know, I mostly main smaller type of gaming mice that typically have smaller side buttons. So I have really come to appreciate these side buttons. They're nice and big. And not only are they just big, but they've done a really great job with it, which I was really impressed by when I got this, considering the fact that this is just a sample. If you were to click back here from the rear, there's a very minimal amount of movement, but you could still pretty easily activate the side buttons all the way here from the back. Coming up here in the middle, you get very minimal pre. Even the post travel on this is pretty solid. Hits a nice solid wall back there in the rear. So no matter where you click all over on these pretty big sized side buttons, honestly, the implementation feels really great. And you get hardly any noticeable teetering back or forth there. And the same thing goes up here in the front side button. No matter where you click these from, they honestly feel like they're really consistent. I have been in communication with this company and they did ask me to critique this before they release the final copy. And so far, based off of this unit that I have in my hands, I mean, it's pretty much near mint to me. So very impressive stuff from them so far. I just really hope that they can carry this over into the final production units. So let's go ahead and we will drop a click quality sound test. As far as the weight and balance for this mouse goes, everything on my unit has been feeling spot on. And dropping this here on my scale with the larger skates, looks like it's sitting at about 51.1 grams. It is using this same similar software that we've already seen several times before. On the front page allows you to adjust the bounce setting. Over here on this next page is where it allows you to adjust your pulling rate, DPI. They also have this peak performance mode. I always do recommend coming over here to the settings tab and enabling this option down here. Though this option does reduce the battery life of the mouse, it does give you a stronger wireless signal to ensure you are getting the optimal performance. For the performance, everything is working great. I have been now testing out this CompX firmware solution for a long time. It does perform really well. Unfortunately, the optical switches and the XLAT are still not working, and Final Mouse has still not updated the firmware on the XLAT yet for almost a year now at this point. I am working on getting other systems, but I do apologize. I'm not able to bring you any type of consistent performance numbers for the click latency at this time. And like I mentioned, for the shape, this is the closest thing to a G703 clone that we've gotten so far. It even does appear to be closer to a G703 shape than the brand new X3 is. And unfortunately, I did get rid of my original G703, so I'm not able to bring you my own shape comparisons, but looking at it on eloshapes.com, again, they look very similar, and from my memory, they feel pretty similar as well. All right, guys, so that about wraps things up on the brand new Terra. And really, this year has started out with a bang, and just going back and forth from this mouse to things like the brand new Crazy Light from Pulsar, even the brand new Trinity from Ponage, we've been getting some really solid performing gaming mice with some just absolutely insane build quality. And like I said, this mouse is no exception. I'm not sure if this company is like a parent company to another brand out there or something like that, because honestly, the fact that this is at least their first mouse that I've gotten my hands on, I can say that just wow, I was not expecting especially a pre-production unit to be as this solid. So again, like I already mentioned, I just really hope that they can bring this over to the final production unit. And they did actually mention they're also going to send me out a production unit as well. But all I got to say is I'm very impressed with this. Everything that they did with the design choices on it, from the skates to the switches that they used. If you are somebody who is interested in the G703 shape and you've been waiting to get your hands on a really solid type of a clone or anything that has a really great build, with the dongle this comes with, just everything about it, I've been very impressed, and I can absolutely say that this is without question the closest or the best G703 style, shape, or clone that I've definitely got my hands on, and I can give it 2 thumbs up as a solid recommendation to check out. So if you guys do have any additional questions or feel like I left anything out, please let me know down in the comments below. If you have enjoyed watching this video and are interested in seeing more videos like this in the future, please drop this video a like and subscribe to my channel. And thank you guys so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.